You are watching book reviews. Hello guys, this is LukeJ62895's speaking. Now, it's kind of late in here. Now, today I'm going to be reading a book to you. Now, this is a little bit different than what I've done back in April. Now, I haven't read a book since then, and I had to complete a whole book. It's called Street Game, but the complete history of Sesame Street by Michael Davis. Now, the last time I read this book is The Portage from the Street Game thing. Now, right now, I'm going to be reading chapter 1 to you guys. And let's get things started, shall we? Table of contents, where are you? Okay, there we go. Okay, chapter 1. On a Sunday morning of December of 1965, 3-year-old Sarah Montserrat, whatever that was, woke to strands of soft lie of her pillow. Okay, that would be fine with me. She pulled herself upright of the bed, blanket, zipping up into pink fruity pajamas. I don't know why. Sarah hopped down to the edge of the mattress and stretched it across to the bedspread to grab her Naki, whatever you call that, a faded, frayed security blanket. She had been dragged around, since taking her earlier steps. Her parents, Lloyd and Mary, slept soundly. Cannot pronounce that word. Only steps away in the master bedroom. Only of the family's ranch style home in Iverton, New York. Built along with the Hudson's Iverton was a quiet refuge, of workaday villagers, shopkeepers, and a smattering of commoners who work down the river in the Almighty's good graces. Stay under the covers until at least 8 a.m. And early walker and a chair box. Sarah had light brown, slightly wavy halt, and a propensity, whatever you call that, for worrying about in the tutu. Repeating jingles she had memorized from television. Like Sarah, it was her parents' beau, adorable. To be free is to be absorbent. Can that a quiz whatever the word's called, acquisitive, exu, Barrett determined Marvel. Sorry, I bore you guys to death, but I'm here to still keep reading. Moving on, and and on and habited whatever the word's called. I'll skip that word. Um, Sarah was a Bon Leslie energetic entertainer, and then bedtime um, and attendance listener who enjoyed storybooks or blanket closer at hand because her parents believed the social benefits of nursery school. Sarah attended a private, whatever the word's called, the non-dimensional, national, whatever you call that, on Wanda, situated in the church hall. Though Sarah was smaller than most of the other children, she thrilled in the play school atmosphere. Her nipple little hands have no problem popping open the doors to the cabinet style TV instead in the living room, transporting an aisle insert piece of furniture into an electronic fear that came to be the life of her command as she sat cross-legged on the floor. There was nothing much to watch on local television so early on the Sunday. Why? I mean, seriously, why? That doesn't make any sense. Moving on. Beyond the test pattern, Sarah cupped her hands over her ears to block out the test's content for show tone, transfixed by a picture of a ascaric, whatever you call that, Indian chef, whatever you call that, in full headdress on a field of geometric shapes. Sarah understood that if she waited patiently, the Indian would soon vanish, as an unseen announcer would then begin the broadcast day with a recreation of a FCC manicured station and then invasion drone, followed by the national anthem play over the film that Pan Mount Rushmore. I have to turn the page. Let's see how many pages were, because right after the lines, I have to take a break, because there's like that's very short. That was quick. Okay, that was smart of me. Okay, so right after this thing, we're gonna move on to a commercial break, because right after this page or whatever. Moving on. Source of Statue of Liberty, and depending on whether you own the color of a black and white set, either amber waves of grain or Amador's waves of gray. Roasted from a sound sleep that December morn, Lloyd Montserrat followed the trail of TV noise of defying Sarah, spellbound in front of a and then the clock had not struck 7. For a moment, Montserrat should wonder as Sarah stared blankly. Oh, hang on. Why is my computer doing this? We'll be right back because my computer is doing crazy on me right after this. Hello, people. Okay. It's not even Friday yet. It's Sunday. So, let's get things started with a special announcement of what's going to happen on Friday's LukeJ62895's this Friday. This Friday, you may be wondering, a clue, right there. We're replaying Blue's Clues in one play, right? And we're gonna be playing one game right in this 5 and in these 3 game, like 5 in my hands. So that's the and we're gonna write some drawings, like I mean draw some pop things, and we're writing it down in a handy dandy notebook book thing, whatever. And right after, right after this, we're gonna be talking about the news and some games we're gonna be playing on today's episode, on Friday's episode, Friday's LukeJ62895, and stay tuned for some episodes of what's gonna happen next week. And hope you enjoy it. See ya. Welcome back to Book Reviews, and I'm so sorry. I have to restart my computer and the whole entire thing, so yeah. We're going to continue reading this book right now. See where I'm at right now. Moving on. You know what? Let's just read it without the book like this, because I can't take it anymore. Okay, that drops. Anyway. For a moment, Martha stood in the wonder of Sarah stared blankly at the TV. It struck me there with something fantasy to Sarah about television's Sarah father. An admissional biologist with a PhD for Yale. I don't know why, but yeah. Much later, what was the child doing watching the station and the stational? What does that mean? Marcelette's, yeah, what does that mean? Marcelette's search for meaning is a preschool child's enshroudment with television would have for far-reaching implications. Sorry about that. For preschool children's in America and beyond. In real sense, one can say there may not have been a Sesame Street at Montserrat not have been cannot pronounce that word, but let's skip the word. Read that more, and sorry. Sorry about that. Moving on. watching as preschooler watch television. A few months later, Montserrat offered the test pattern story as a conversational gamut during a dinner party held at the Manhattan apartment of Tim and Joe Can Scooney. Okay, that's something. The Musrats and the Coonies has been directly introduced by Joe's cousin and Musrat's boyhood friend, Julian Gans. Really? I mean, really? Moving on. Who operated the successful furniture store in Southern California when the Monserrats moved east from Berkeley, something like that, in 1958. Joanne suggests to Montserrat that he look up Joan, but it took him until 1961 to do so. Lloyd and Joan share the occasional lunch thereafter, and the couples met successfully from time to time. Though the Goonies were childless, urban professionals, and the Monserrats were Margaret holding suburban parents. The couples has been swept up in the tide of the times, has shared the core beliefs of left learning. The Margaret, yeah. If I was Demi Lovato, sorry about that, guys. This something like that, like the screw. I cannot pronounce that word. The Squiggles of President John F. Kennedy. They were ardent supporters of great society, imitates whatever the word is called of its yeah, I cannot pronounce that word. Intuitivate, so whatever you call that, I'm sorry. You have to look up for me in the next review. Anyway, of his successor, Landon Baines Johnson. They saw the expression of very fun social programs as the remedy to the nation's ills. And they believe that a more racially torium and compassionable sorry, cannot pronounce that word, nation would unite to offer not a handout but a hand up to the suppressed. Sorry. While the Coonies were vocal reformers and civil rights advocates, the Monserrats were more quietly committed to issues of social justice. We would term ourselves progressive, Monserrat said. Our support was more intelligible, than action, sorry. Manhattan in those days were the basin of 60s barbarism. So nationally true believers have their own television station, WNDT, Channel 13. Before they were PBS, and before 13's call letters and a change in WNAT. There are loose of the comparison to local channels. They offer educational television. In many homes, terms brought to minds because there was an imagination if it was watchable, especially the tourist classroom of air lectures that filled weekday morning schedules. At the time, Montserrat was telling his test pattern story. Cooney has become one of the brightest lights at 13. A producer had hype mind, low-rated public service programs at 30-minute documentaries. Neither Lewis Friedman, the station's program manager, and Jones' brilliant manner, nor Bauer, Cooney's producer colleague at 13, had met Montserrat before arriving at Cooney's high-rise apartment building at 21st Street and 3rd Avenue. It was only at the half block shy at being served within the boundaries of stately Creamery Park. And I'm going to read the rest when we come back. Stay tuned. We have like nearly 6 pages, nearly, well, 3 pages left. And I'm going to keep reading this right after this messages. Please watch. Thank you. Hello guys, stay tuned for today's episode of the Slingo Show with LukeJ62895's. It's episode 15, lucky 15. I'm this Friday 15 scariness. Well, you may be wondering, some people not like Friday the 13th. Well, I have one word to say to you. I really need to edit the Slingo Show episodes with LukeJ62895's saying right now I'm currently in the making of the thing, but stay tuned for the Slingo Show of LukeJ62895 coming to this week. So stay tuned. And sometime number 13 today, and we're going to do some things right here earlier today. So stay tuned for that. Welcome back to book reviews, and now I'm going to keep reading. Jones said that she and her husband, medium income earners at best, were literally on the outcome looking in. People always look at me blankly when I said where to live, but everyone got it when I would say it's a black from Jeremy Park, which still has the bit of eater catcher. Sorry, yeah, sorry, my nose is itching while doing a book review. Moving on. Rents were low enough in those days, and apartments plentiful. So even those with low incomes could get pretty good deal. If was out in of mid town, we will see like a palace after my having lived in a small one bedroom in 66 Street for 8 years. We'll have two great good side bedroom and a kitchen who actually got two good people could actually eat at a small table. An L-shaped dining area was a small table, but there weren't 6 chairs to get. For parties, dinners was served with buffet style. Coonies would set out the heavy handmade stirring silver place saying that came as wedding gifts from friends and relatives. We end up eating on trays and tables in the living room, she said. In 1966, Cooney was caught up in a still bubbling American craze from French food. Changed from the American palate, inspired in part by the hot cuisine of Rene Verdon, White House chef during the Kennedy years. A second empress for the sharp rise in interest for, and the moderation, of French food could be traced in another New Englander, an oddly fetching whatever the word's called, Tunis, matron from Cambridge named Jewel Child, who lived in a short walk away from John F. Kennedy's beloved Harvard campus. After studying at Lee Gordon Blues in Paris, Child co-authored the first volume of Mastered the Offer the French Cooking. The cookbook found a way in hundreds of thousands of home kitchens introduced the Manny Cooney. A second volume was published in 1970. The French Chef Child's spin-off television program was made available to viewers nationwide through the Good Office in Boston's parenting educational station, WGBH Boston, and which is debuted in 1963 of February. The French Chef helped to populate an entire genre of television. The studio-based cooking show built around the talents and recipes on these stove top altar. The show's producers strove for such alternancy, that they variety duplicated the kitchen design of Charles' work area, sink and cavity in Cambridge. According to Masseret, of the evening of the dinner party, Cooney served up a delicate grable belief I need to warm my voice, so we'll be right back. Hello guys, this is LukeJ, aka LukeJ62895 speaking. Well, this is it. Well, actually this is going to be a commercial break. Today we're going to be doing a special announcement on Taping Live, on my version. That we are going to be doing, I am doing a commercial that is supposed to be on book reviews, but I'm also doing it on my YouTube channel. But it is going to be, I have a lot of my friends, including my friends from school and stuff like that, to be contestants on Taping Live. And family as well. So, just let you know about that. So here are the 5 contestants who will be on episode 1 on Taping Live, on my version of LukeJ62895's YouTube channel. Okay, the 5 contestants we're having on my YouTube channel's version of Taping Live are, and you're gonna love this. The first contestant is my best pal, Marshall Brown, from Elon, North Carolina, who is originally from Clarksville, Maryland. Next, we have Jeremy Crispo from Plymouth, Massachusetts. Then we have Alex Gunn, my friend from school, from high school from Savannah, Georgia, my home state, my hometown. Next, we have Ken Clark from Taunton, Somerset, UK. And last but not least, Alex Gunn from Campbell, California. Those are your 5 contestants for today on Taping Live episode 1, and this will premiere on September 24th, 2015. With Brandon and myself. I don't know if Billy will be doing this, but I'm gonna be hosting this show with, and the co-host for my show is gonna be none other than my friend Brandon Mapslomy. And somebody will be a sub-host if he wants, like Billy and things like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll have somebody as contestant. So that comes your way. WordBank will come. We'll have 2 contestants. We're gonna come up with that after this announcement. Stay tuned. We are sorry for the commercial, which I just said, for the excitement. It's not Alex Gunn from Campbell, California. It's Alex Perez from Campbell, California. I am so sorry, Alex. From Larry 4009, I am so sorry. I did not know. Welcome back. I just came back from warming up my voice and just get some water and everything. And now I'm going to continue reading my book. According to Margaret, on the evening of a dinner party, Cooney served up the delectable beef Bulgarian beef stew in red wine with bacon, onions, and mushrooms, an Italian-French country recipe, which would happen and appear on page 315 in the first volume of Mastering of the French Cooking. How lucky is that? Less history note then. That Julia Child, public television's granny dame, whatever you call that, dom, provides the savory sauce poured when the night Sesame Street was invented. After dinner, the Coonies guest yeah guest lingered over the coffee, and combination of the topic was TV. Louis Friedman was holding forth on the educational po- po- mm, po- potential of television. Cooley recalls he was dramatic and measurement, and I was in the trial. What do you call that? He could have a revival minister, an Emmer Granny, Freeman, beyond the awesome, and fulfilled, unfulfilled, what do you call that? Pinnacle of television, wondering aloud at what it might take for the network programs towards to strive higher American children that would avoid what parts in the base wasteland. Famously described by the then FCC chairman, Newton and Minot in the 1961 speech. I'm serious right now about that. On the receiving and on the of that string critic was the Dewey Chastity membership of the National Association of Broadcasters. Monroe told the SSB it used to be said that there was three great influences on the child, home, school, church, whatever. Today, there is a fourth great influence, and you, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I should say ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, but whatever. Joking. You, ladies and gentlemen, control it. If parents, teachers, and ministers conducted their responsibilities by following the reins, but children will have a steady diet of ice cream. Are you kidding me? Are you seriously kidding me? Ice cream, we all say ice cream, da da da. Moving on. School holidays, and no Sunday school. Okay, moving on. Why? Anyway, moving on. What about your responsibilities? There are some fine children's shows, but they're drowned out in the maze of a cartoon. So for violence, why do they choose children's violence? I'm not kidding. Why they do that? I mean, I'm only 20 and I've been reading this book, and I'm an adult reading Sesame Street in my childhood. Why? I hated children's violence. I'm serious about this. Moving on. And more violence. That is seriously get you in trouble. Must be in your trademarks. The Marthas acknowledge the failings of the children's television, but they allow Sarah to watch certain shows in their view. The best of a lot, it was Captain Kangaroo. Well, my mom, however, and my Aunt Lisa, if you're watching this, they love Captain Kangaroo. I got a Zoom DVD, and we have before we continue to read, and we get back in the commercial break, we watch Zoom, we watch Wiggles, we watch every single one of the preschool shows that I've watched in my childhood. But however, the violence, really, this is going to be the worst nightmare. But anyway, moving on to the books. The generally comic, sweetly smoothing, good-hearted, early morning program on CBS. Captain Kangaroo's network television's first stated attempt to provide preschoolers with consistent quality entertainment and simulated for growing intelligence. It clicked with children who enjoyed picture books, puppets, music, and animation with kids like Sarah. Well, good for you, and my mom, and my Lisa, if you ask me. I someday can watch Captain Kangaroo. Yeah. Anyway, at one point in their discussion, Maserette, the sociologist, whatever you call that, turned to Joan, the television professional, and asked aloud, "Do you think television could be part to teach young children?" The question hung into the air for several long seconds. And this is getting too long, but this is going to be the last of the pages, but I can't read that long because we'll be right back and we'll conclude the last two pages right after this commercial break. Please watch. Thank you. Hello, folks. I said to you on the Swingo Show, episode 12, that we're going to do WordBank every single Saturday. So, yeah, let's get on this WordBank. Now, we're going to have the challenge 2 contestants premiering on September 26, 2015. Now, the contestants are, my best pal, Marshall Brown, going against, Billy Moody. So, Billy, if you're watching this book review commercial, this will be it. Because it's just like, we're going to do it just like, how I co-host the game show. I'm Brandon McPlumey's in. I will be hosting the whole thing on my channel. So, yeah, just to let you know about that. So, with the co-host, Brian McPlumey as always. So, yeah. So, as always, stay tuned for more, stay tuned for that, and with that, let's get back to the conclusion of the book reviews. Stay tuned. Welcome back to book reviews, and I'm going to read the rest of the two pages. Now, a big now in it to everyone in the room, but Mary Maserette Lloyd as more than the parents concerned in asking the question, and her husband was one of the forefront of a quiet resolution being led by researchers in education and child development funded by a private funded foundations and the federal government. Maserette was then a vice president for the Carnegie Corporation. The foundation introduced by Andrew Carnegie in 1911. Yeah. To advance knowledge and spread it globally. In that role, Maserati have held award between $500,000 and $1 million in grants and for programs meant to stimulate the intelligence of preschoolers. Carnet has been begun to take interest in what you could do to enrich the preschool tourism. Impart them to overcome the disadvantaged that the poor children and children from the military groups that were suffering when they entered school. Maserati said the results and indicated you could teach children a great deal before they entered school in the first grade, and children who had education early did better in the early school years. I thought the events pretty clear. But one of the program problems that was separate the money Cardi was only reaching a few hundred children. The problem with the far greater than we were able to deal with one on an initial basis. There were no measure for spreading this kind of activity. There was a disordinance, if you will, but between the goals and we were trying to achieve in the measurements available. In short, there were some powerful new strangers, emerging to help disadvantaged children arrive at school door, better prepared for kindergarten and first grade, and too few means available to distribute and apply them. Listen to Friedman. Maserati realized that perhaps television might provide an ideal electronic delivery system for some of these ideas. If Maserati had been inspired by Freeman, so too did Cooney. Get knocked by a bit listening to Maserati go on about Carnegie's commitment to help children learn more. What he did not know is that Cooney had produced a Chance of the Beginning documentary with Channel 13 about a vision experiment in harming at-risk preschoolers. Cooney was already well versed in ideas that had led to Head Start. The federal program initiated in 1965 that had helped committed to meet the needs of disadvantaged children. It's supporting believe tragedy of America's poverty cycle that could be broken in emotional, social, and health, natural, and coalitional, whatever the words colonies of poor children could meet. Before the good nights were exchanged, the face of Joe Kent Cooney and Lloyd Masseret has become and went. Like strains in DNA, a professional relationship that spanned 5 decades started with Masseret's intuitively simple question: do you think television could be used to teach young children? I don't know, Cooney replied, but I talked about it. Within a week, Masseret had invited Freeman and Cooney to Carney to do that. So that about wraps up for today's book reviews, and this is it. And Street Gang, and I'm going to be reading chapter 2 next time. So thank you all for watching. This is LukeJ62895's saying goodbye. Peace out, baby. We'll have you more on some announcements and everything else, but my face is going to be calming down. So until then, the Jeff Ross saying out. See ya.